going to a different economy, and we're going to be learning more about that as we go. But clearly, we're learning that things can be done from remote locations. We're learning that technology can replace people even more than we thought.
We're not going back to the same economy. We're recovering, but to a different economy, and it'll be one that is more leveraged to technology. And I worry that that is going to make it even more difficult than it was for many workers.
In Silicon Valley, and my friends who work in technology know that what we did to the manufacturing workers, we are now going to do to the retail workers, the call center workers, the fast food workers, the truck drivers, and then even bookkeepers, accountants, insurance agents, lawyers, and on through the economy. So what happened to the manufacturing workers is a very clear sign.
This effort, and China has big plans for this. They intend to seed their digital yuan into the global environment by giving it away to visitors at next winter's Olympics. When they arrive at the airport, they're going to get yuan digital wallets. They're going to receive digital yuan. They're going to use it throughout their visits to Beijing, and then they're going to take it back to their home countries. They see this as a huge advantage. Why? Because who controls the underlying protocols, who controls the underlying standards of the future of money will control the future of money.
Welcome to the Crypto Teacher. And guys, I come back with that video just to make you think. And teamwork makes the dream work. Yes, my Patreon has been heating up. And this article was sent from one of my Patreon members. China develops AI prosecutor that can charge citizens with crime with a 97% accuracy. And guys, we know it should say 100%. We know they got cameras everywhere. We know there's drones, there's satellites. And guys, I told you, it's not going to be any more crime. Artificial intelligence, robots, algorithms, and drones are going to take over this economy. Like Andrew Yang said at the beginning of this video, they're going to roll right on through the economy. And we see the plan. And remember, I told you, the only people we have to blame is ourselves. I give you the truth, nothing but the truth. Yes, the truth hurts, but what does it do? It sets you free. Now, guys, I want you to save this day. Because the day is when the dollar actually ended as the world reserve currency. Remember to save this day, guys. Tell it to your kids, your grandkids. Tell them how America used to be. Because now the digital yuan is going to rise. Yes, it's going to take about 3 years for it to fully happen. We know the New World Order works off problem, reaction, solution, and the Hegelian dialectic. As you can see, the Hegelian dialectic was played perfectly on Fox. Bitcoin is going to disappear. Guys, we know that Bitcoin crypto is for the robots, algorithms, and drones for the fourth industrial revolution. Hey, China has a currency that tracks all their members. That's exactly what the New World Order wants to do. That's the whole point of the Cbdc. But they want to track the globe. And it will definitely happen. They're going to tell you what, where, and how to buy. And remember, the Crypto Teacher told you because he knows. When it comes to the New World Order, it's all planned out. You have a wonderful day.
Sell-off at the end of last year.
I think that's right, Sagan. I think that number is in play for this year. We could see a rocky first half of the year, but there are massive secular trends that are pushing not just Bitcoin, but all of crypto higher that I think are going to overwhelm the hesitation that we're seeing in the market right now. So I'm very excited, particularly for the second quarter onward.
How's it going? I mean, I agree with you in the narrative that it could go higher here. I think there's a high correlation with the fact that the government created $4 trillion and, people want a place to speculate on their money. But I question, what's the viability of Bitcoin long term? I mean, it seems like the commercial use is nil. It's fake scarcity, right? I mean, it's not like real scarcity, like there's only so much oil in the world. These are just digits that are created on a screen. So I just wonder, at some point, does Bitcoin just become worthless?
I'm skeptical of that point of view. I think the scarcity is very real. It's secured by a global network of community. It's secured by game theory. It's secured by code. I think Bitcoin is going to evolve into digital gold. I think it's already there. I think it's stealing gold's thunder. You've seen that in the relative outperformance of Bitcoin versus gold. And as you mentioned, with almost infinite supply of dollars sloshing around the economy, people need a way to hedge themselves from the risk of inflation. So I think it's almost secure in that role of digital gold, and we're seeing more and more institutions position themselves in Bitcoin. And I also would add there's a lot going on in crypto outside of Bitcoin, in Ethereum and Layer 1 and the metaverse and NFTs, that's going to have a second story to crypto to lift it higher.
Became competitive with foreign currencies, or with any currency, with the dollar in particular, would federal governments tolerate its existence? If you look at China, they're okay with the digital yuan, which lets them track their own individual citizens making any transaction, but they've essentially banned Bitcoin because they don't want a competitor. I mean, the United States is dependent on printing dollars for revenue. Are we going to tolerate a competitor?
I actually don't think we're going to have a choice long term. Look, short term, the role, as I mentioned, is Bitcoin as digital gold. And just like the government hasn't touched the gold market for 80 years or so from banning of ownership, I don't think they're going to do anything in Bitcoin. Long term, I think the world is going to want an apolitical currency rail. When you think of the future with a multipolar world with the US and Europe and China competing on equal terms, people are going to want an apolitical tool for international trade. I think Bitcoin could fill that role. So whether the government likes it or not in the U.S., I don't think they're going to have the ability to stop it. Just because China banned it, they banned Facebook, they banned Instagram, they banned Google. It's often a positive indicator that something is truly valuable. I think Bitcoin has escape velocity. I think it's beyond the ability of the U.S. government to clamp down. So whether they like it or not, I think they're going to have to play along with it. And my hope is that the U.S. recognizes that this is a massive tool of economic growth and actually gets on the right side of history, supports the efficiency and the new opportunities that Bitcoin and crypto opens up. So that's what I hope to see happen in a year or two ahead.
The most powerful person in the world is the storyteller. The storyteller sets the vision, values, and agenda of an entire generation to come. Steve Jobs. And guys, you know I truly believe in this. When you look at the New World Order, they're the storytellers. And that's the reason why I wrote my New World Order book. But guys, now it's time to change the current generation. And I wrote 3 kids books. You know I love the Trinity because I understand the power that's in it. So I have 3 books. We have an opportunity to change the generation, to educate, not just me, but I want to show you that I take action on a daily basis. And I want you to take action on a daily basis. Whether it's your job, whether it's in your community, we have an opportunity right now to educate the masses. I posted this on my Twitter account. Please share, but this is a short clip of the 3 books. There's going to be a clothing line and action figures. Please get these books for your kids, nephews, cousins, friends. So therefore, we can start the re-education now. Because as we see, the 4th Industrial Revolution foundation is definitely here. Robots, algorithms, drones, taking humanity out the picture. We have to re-educate. But let's get into the video.
Part 1. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save the village. Part 2. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save New York. From COVID-33. Part 3. King Joshua and Grandma Tam goes to China.
It's mandatory to get part 1, part 2, and part 3 of this series. It's time to re-educate Generation Z.